Online students, am I audible? Okay, students, now we will move to the further. So let us continue the session. I think in the previous class, we already completed the topic. Already we have completed DDL statements execution,
This meeting is being recorded.
Python with Oracle. So DDL statements completed, executed, create, alter, drop. So create, how do you execute? Alter with add and modify we executed. And next is called what drop, how we executed. All these things we have done it. So 213.124.004, no connection could be made because of the target machine actively refused to get the, that is your error in Oracle connection, Oracle installation. That is an error in Oracle installation. Okay, right. Now let us move to the further about another topic. This deals with which level? Physical level. Now, once the table is getting created, and let me go to the Oracle also, students. SQL plus. Here I will go to the SQL plus. Run as an administrator. So if I go to that system here and manager, so this is entered like this. Now DSC student or employee. This is a table what we had in the previous session. Now how we can see the records in that? For seeing the records in the table, we use one DRL related statement, select star from employee. So we can see the number of records present in that. Right now there are no rows are selected here. Now I want to insert the records. So I'm going to deal with, once again I'm confirming that what we did DML state, DDL statements, we created a table. Table name is called employee, which we take it as column names, ENO and a name, and next is called as salary, and next is called like multiple columns we used to take. This is deals with what? Physical level. Now today we want to go for inserting the record. Now place the value for ENO, place the value for name, place the value for salary. It is one record. Place one more value, one more record, like that we learned already. All the records are stored in the table. So to store these records in the table, we go for a command query called insert. A query called what? Insert. Insert is a query which is used for inserting the record in a table. Next, at the same time, I want to remove this record. To remove the record from the table, we will use delete. We will use delete. Delete is a query which is used to delete the record from the table. Now I want to update the salary of an employee. For example, to update the salary of an employee, we will use what date. We will use update. So these are the three queries comes under what? DML. DML operations we can call. So inserting the record, deleting the record, updating the record. This comes under what? DML. For example, if we go to the actual examples, when you go to a bank, the real-time examples, if you take it, banking softwares you take it. A new customer is coming to open an account. A new customer is coming to open an account. Which type of statement you will use? Insert. Insert. Okay. That will be taken as a new entry. Next, closing an account. One person is closing an account, is transferring his job, is closing an account in that particular branch in the particular place. It's going to be what? Deleting. And next, he is going to deposit, withdraw, like that. Deposit, withdraw, like that. He's going to deposit the balance, withdraw the money. So balance is a value which is getting updated every time. So I'll go for what? Deposit operation, and withdraw operation is simply called as what? Okay. So any type of task you take it, these are the DML operations will come into picture. So how to do that? Now I'm going to tell you one by one here. How to do that? Now I'm going to tell you one by one now. So let us move to the further. Now I'm taking how to insert it. Insert into insert into here I'm writing employee. The first one I'm going to talk about the insert. Insert into insert is a query, into is a keyword, your table name, and I need to write what values. I'm writing values. There is a part of it ENO, name, salary, company name. So I'm going to take it first value for ENO. I'll pass it as a 10. Value for the name and string data, I need to pass it. And RS. Any string data when you are passing it, the string data must be always in the form of what? Single quotes you need to write it. The string data in the Oracle database, not only in Oracle database, any database if you take it, the varchar2 data must be written within the single quotes, not in the double quotes. Keep in mind single quotes. Come on, next is salary. I'm going to take 4.5 and the company name is called PSF. I just wrote it as PSF, something like this. I wrote it. Semicolon you need to give it. How many columns are there? Four columns are there. Four values I'm passing it. So it is going to be taken as what? One row created. It means once any DML operation is performed, you are going to get one integer result. One integer result is going to be coming. To see that result here, select star from. This is the first record inserted over there. And this record is just marked for insertion, which is not delete, which is not inserted permanently. Meaning is what? Once you are inserting with that, just it is marked for insertion. It is not inserted permanently. That means once you are going to do, this is called what? Inserting record is called one type of transaction. Once this transaction is completed, this data, whatever you have done with DML, that is a temporarily inserted. Sir, how do you know it is a temporarily inserted? There are two statements are there in Python or in SQL level, database level. Those things are rollback. One is called rollback and one more is called commit. One more is called commit. So once you are inserting the record, you are supposed to do it as what? Commit. Commit means what? Original, you are doing the permanent changes. Once you do the rollback, whatever the change you have done for marked for insertion, that will be just removed and make the original state of the database. So how do you know that it is inserted temporarily or not? I'll first time issue the statement called what? Rollback. So I'm giving rollback here. Once if I say rollback, what will happen? That record will be whatever you have inserted, whatever you have inserted, that is simply removed. It is simply removed. So it was removed now. And if you write it select star from, there are no more records are present. Like a original state only shown. I think you are following me. So once you insert the data to make it permanent, you have to use commit or commit underscore work you need to do it. Either commit you need to take or commit underscore work you need to do it. So commit off. So once you say commit off, what is happening? That will be made as permanent. So if I say select star from, the same data will be there. If I say roll back now, will it be rolled back up? You have already committed. It is made as permanent insertion. It is going to be, I'm using after that what? Rollback. This will not be removed because you already committed. You already committed. I think you are following me. So this is going to be known as what? Rollback. Just something like what? Once the class is over, once the class is over, once the class is going on, subject will be put into your brain. Once you go to the home, you will refer again. you will refer again. It means you are committing your subject. This is called a committing. Once the class is over, you are not touching the book at all. Next day morning, if you come, that subject will be rolled back. So, once you refer after going to home, you are permanently remembering. Once you don't refer and don't practice and don't come without doing anything, if you come, it will be rolled back. Simple example, generalized example. Once you say commit, after committing, if you say roll back, the record will not be rolled back. That will be made as permanent insertion. If we go to the second one, if I take it, second 120, and I am writing here called a TR, and if I am writing something like this, and I am writing here called a numpy, so see that select star from second record also placed here. Second record also placed here. What happens if I say roll back? Which record is removed? Second record will be removed. Second record will be removed. So see that second record will be removed. Still the first record remains same only. So once we insert the record, don't think that that is a permanently inserted. It is going to be made it inserted. Select star from. To make it permanent insertion, I need to do what? Commit, you need to do it. So once you do the commit, that will be made as permanently inserted. And see that if you say roll back also, it is not going to be removed. So this is related to what? In SQL level, commit and rollback is present. But when you come to our Python, when you come to the Python, after executing DML statement, there are two functions are present. One is called what? Commit off. One is called a commit off. One more is called what? Rollback. Rollback off. These two functions are present into object called what? Connection object they are present into. What object this is? Connection object. Over the connection you need to do what? Commit and rollback. So I hope that you people are understanding what is the meaning of commit and rollback. So once you use any DML operation, compulsory we need to go for performing commit and rollback. Depends on your requirement here. So I think you are understanding the meaning of insert. Is it insert is clear? Now, how we can go for deleting the record? I will insert one more record, student. One more record I will insert it. That is a 30. I'll take it as 30 here. 30. I'm inserting 30. So go to the next one. I'm going to take it something like, DR. I'm going to write it. Some DR I'm writing. Something 2.5 I am writing. Something like, well, I'm just writing like this. So say this now. Say commit once again quickly. It says select star from 3 records are available. What it indicates, all insertion is going on. One more time, if you want to insert it, 40, I'll say some 40, and I'll say here astro stop and say something like 6.5, and next is called what turbo. So I'm going to say something like this. So that also I made it as a commit, and this is my number of records which are present. Now I want to remove one of the record from this. How do you remove the record from this place? Here I am going to say there are two ways are there to delete the record. One is to delete all the records. One is to delete the particular record. How do you delete now? Delete from employee. Delete from employee. This is not my Python related. I'm just helping you in SQL area. This is not my Python area. This I'm just helping you an additional help for you, explaining Oracle related SQL statements. Delete from employee. All the records will be deleted. All these 4 records will be deleted because there is no condition here. Once you say 4 rows deleted, once you perform any DML operation, some integer value will be coming. Select start from employee. There was no data present here, but those 4 records are not deleted permanently. They are just marked for what? Deletion. How do you say that parts to get back? We'll say roll back. Once you say roll back, again those 4 records are coming. Are you following this? Once you do any kind of DML operation, once it is done, it is only permanently not finished. It is only temporarily completed. To get back those records, we will apply what here? Rollback, and you will be getting those records. If you want to delete a particular record, if you want, you can delete it. So with this, you can delete what? Total records. If you want to delete a particular record, I want to delete a record called 20. How do you delete? Delete from table name. Table name. There is a condition called what? Where you need to pass the condition. What is the condition? ENO is equal to 20. Either you can delete based on employee number or employee name, salary basis, company basis. It is your choice. You can delete on any of the column. So I'm deleting based on employee number. Employee number is equal to 20. One row deleted. First comparison will be done with 10 is equal to 20. False, not deleted. 20 is equal to 20, it is deleted, and other things are not satisfying. And print this now. Number of records are how many? 3. 3. To get that record back, I will say what again? Roll back. I'm going to get that record back again. Suppose if you want to make it permanent deletion, of the moment when it is deleted, I need to say what? Come it off, so that that record will be deleted permanently. I hope you are following me. Right. This is about what command? Delete. So delete can delete either all the records or it can delete a particular record. Able to follow? Next, I want to go for updating this data. Updating. I want to update the salary of all the employees by 10%. Updating the salary of all the employees by what? 10%. How do you do that? Update, update, table name, salary, that is called a table name, employee, set, set, column name is equal to value, column name is equal to value. Which column I am going to? Sal is equal to sal plus sal into 10%. 10 by what? 100. 10 by 100. 10 by 100. Which is going to update what? Salary column. How much percentage of salary I am giving hike? 10%. So all the employee salaries will be updated because there is no condition is written. Okay. If you want, you can update another column also. How do you go for that? Company name is equal to, you can write comma. Any other column you want to update, you can write company name is equal to so and so, you can write it. I think you are following me. So this is going to be 4 record, 4 rows updated. All 4 rows updated. So let's start from this one, you see. 4.5, adding 4.10%. Done. 3.5, adding 10%. 2.5, 10%, 6.5, 10%. These are all called what? 10% is added, 4 rows updated. To get back the original state of the database, I will use what? Rollback. Rollback. Select star from employee. You are getting those records data once again back. If you want to update only 20th person salary, if you want to update with a 20%, you can go for writing the condition. Company name also, if you want to change it, you can change it. How do you go for it? Update, update, employee, employee. I'm going to write it. Set sal is equal to some new salary you want to give or something calculation you want. Sal is equal to sal plus 20 by what? Sal into 20 by what? 100. 20 by 100, comma, COMP name, COMP name, you have to pass column name properly. Company name is equal to, and you will write IBM here. For example, I need to write this quotes in single quotes only, you need to write it. Double quotes, if you write it, you will get error. Where, what is that? ENO is equal to 20. ENO is equal to 20. This is a condition basis. Earlier one is called what? Updating all the employees without the condition. This is called with the condition I am going to take up. So take it one row updated only. So see that select star from, you are going to get it here. It is 3.5, 20% is going to become 4.2. It is the company name also changed here. Remaining values remain same only. Only this percent data is updated. Understand this? So this is updating a particular row, particular record, updating all of them. If you want to update a particular things, I'll go for what? Where condition with a condition based. If you want to update everything, I'll go for what? Without any condition. So I'll show you students DML operations. Let me show you the DML operations here. DML operations, I will go for it. Here DML operation. Just let us start understanding. The purpose of DML, data manipulation language queries, is that to insert records, delete records, update records of any table. DML stands for this and classified into three types: insert, delete, update. After performing any DML operation through Python program, we must commit the database by using commit off and undo the operation. Undo is nothing but rollback only. We use what? Rollback by using rollback off. Commit and rollback are present into connection object. So insert syntax. This syntax you are getting it. Use it to insert the record. Insert into table name, values, value 1 for column 1, value 2 for column 2, value n for column n. Example. And delete. Used for deleting a record from a table. Deleting all the records. Syntax number 1. Deleting a particular record with a condition. Example. Delete from employee. Delete all the records of employee table. Delete from employee where employee number is equal to 10. Deletes particular record of employee table. Update. Updating the record of a table. Updating with all the columns. Updating with particular record with condition. Where condition list. So it is your choice how you can go for it. Updating all the records. Updating specific record. Because I'm using what? Where. So I want to go for the different examples here. Okay. Write down. Open the notes. Online students, I hope you people understood this DML operations. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will read employee values, which will read employee values, which will read employee values, which will read employee values and insert them as insert them as record. Insert them as record. Insert them as record in employee table. In employee table. In employee table. So how we need to do it? So we are going to implement that operation now. So let us go to this place. PyCharm. So let's take this part. Close this project. Go to this 7 a.m. Oracle DB. These are all yesterday's related things. Now we are going to take up how to insert the data that we are going to talk. Very important, students. Go to the place. Here I am taking Oracle record insert example 1.py. Record insert example 1.py. There I am going to talk. Oracle record insert example 1.py. Same to same steps. What are the steps which we discussed already, students? Here, steps for communicating with. Here, of course, this is the one. I need to go for this part. Communication between this entire thing. We will go for what? Importing the module. Every Python program must obtain the connection from Oracle database. And every Python program must create a cursor object, must design the query and place the query and execute. Every Python program must process the result. Today, what we are processing, DML related statement we are going to process. Okay. Yesterday, what we processed it, DDL related. Very, very easy. Let us move to the further. Simple, students. Go to this place. Start now. Go to this. I will write the title of it. Program for inserting the record in which table? Employee table. Okay. import, what is this now? Oracle DB as ORC. Take some name, whatever you like it. DEF, I'm writing in terms of what? Function. Function. What is this now? Record insert. Record insert is a function. I'll write a try block, and that is, you already know that, ORC dot database error as a DB. And you know this way, what is the meaning of that? Problem in Oracle database, comma what? DB I'm writing it. DB I'm writing it. There I will try to write it, students. Inside of that, I will go for it. Connection is equal to ORC dot connect of what? Username. In my class, it is a system, and my password is called manager. And say what? Localhost, and service ID called ORCL. Create a cursor object, con dot cursor of, con dot cursor of. Are you able to follow? Right. That is simple. Every day we do that part. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. I want to go for step number 3. Step number 4 or 3 or 4. Decide the query and execute. Insert query is equal to insert into, what is that? Employee values. I need to pass the values dynamically, students. How do you pass the values dynamically? The one and only one way, with the format specifiers. Format specifier. Format specifier for employee number. Int type, varchar2, str type. This is called float type. And this is called once again what? Simple str type. So how we will use it? I'm going to use percentage d, comma, percent s, percent s. Percent s in the sense that name should go within the single quotes. I'm writing that. The name should be within the single quotes. That s value to be within the single quotes. Comma, I'm writing there. Percentage is called what? F, and single quote percentage of what here? Yes, I am writing it. This is very, very important. Now, students, what will be the values to be supplied for that? That is an important. That's why I will read employee values from where? Employee values from where? Keyboard. Employee values from keyboard. So read that employee values from keyboard. Now I'm saying something like this. 50 or 40. EMPNO is equal to int of input of enter employee number. Enter employee number. EMP name is equal to input of enter employee name. Employee name. I'm writing. Next is called EMP sal is equal to float of input of enter employee salary. Employee salary. There I'm going to write it. Float of. I'm going to write float of employee salary. Next is called what? Company name. EMP C name. C is something like C name. Company name is equal to, I'll write it. Enter employee company name. Employee company name. These are the data what I'm having. This is the data what I'm having. Employee number, employee name, employee salary, and C name. 4 values are ready. And design the query. This is called design the query. Now I'm going to execute the query now. Execute the query. Now I'm going to write it for your better understanding. Execute the query. How do you execute? There I'm going to write cur dot execute. You are passing IQ. And for IQ is concerned, this is a value which is substituted. Immediately you need to pass what? Values you need to pass. Dynamic values you need to pass. If you want, you can pass here itself. What you can say? You can write it percent of. You can write it happily. EMPNO. Next is called EMP name. EMP name, comma, EMP sal, comma, C name, I can write C name. Like this, you can write it. Already, in our beginning days, you can pass like that. You can execute like this. Happily, you can execute. For these values, I am substituting these values. So important. Execute the query. Once the query is getting executed, do you know what is happening? This is going to be print off. We can say that record inserted successfully, successfully verify. We can say verify. We can say verify. I think you are following me. So the moment when record inserted successfully, we will say verify, and we will call the function name now. Record insert main program. I will come here. I will write main program. So in the main program, what we'll do? This is called function call. Function call here. We are getting function call. We are going to get it record insert. Now see students carefully. Try to run it. Shall I run this code? Try to run. Now I'm going to enter into the like this. Try to run here. Enter employee number. So something like this. Arshad Mohammed, I will enter the name. Something like 50. Something like 50. Arshad Mohammed, I will enter. Employee salary is called something like 3.4 and something like TCS. I just wrote like this. The moment when it is done, employee record inserted successfully. Now we need to go to the employee table. Already how many records are there in that? 4. How many records extra coming? Come on. 1. So select start from employee. How many records will be there totally? 5. But fifth record is not inserted because you did not do commit. You did not do commit because after executing any DML operation to make it successful, you have to do what? Commit. Commit. If you don't do commit, it won't execute. So what you will do? con dot commit off. Con dot commit off. I think you are following me. So now it is getting inserted. Now I'll go to the 50. Now I'll go to the 50. Something like Arshad Mohammed. I will say something like 3.4 and say something like TCS. Now it is getting inserted successfully. If we go to the database here, it is going to be inserted. Are you able to follow now? This is the data we got it. This is the data we got it. One more time, if you want to run it, again I will run my code. What is that now? Next employee number called 25. Kiran Kumar. Kiran Kumar. I'm writing it. Employee salary is called something like 3.7 and next is called something like Wipro. So I just wrote it like that. It is also inserted successfully. If we go to this place now, it is also getting inserted. I hope you are getting 6 rows are available here. Are you following me? Now, if I go to this once again to run, carefully observe it. If I am writing 25, 25 record is already present. 25 record is already present. Now I am entering KV, I am entering something like 0.0 and NIT I am writing it. The moment when I write it, you will get one type of what? Exception will come. You are violating the primary key rule you are violating. I said already to you. Because already I imposed what? Primary key I was imposed it. So problem in Oracle DB, unique constraint violated. You are violating the rule of what? Unique key constraint. This rule you are violating. How do you go for that into consideration? That's why when you enter wrong data, that is not going to be inserted. If you see that that record is not inserted, so you need to go for separate or not. So try to run it and see this carefully. Now I'm entering something like 35 and say some KV and 0 here and say something like NIT. So it is going to be inserted successfully. Go to this place student. Understand here. Is it inserted or not? It is getting inserted. I think you are following me how to insert the record into the table. Moreover, this type of thing, along with this kind of thing, you are supposed to get it one more thing. If you want to make it so interactive, you want to insert the records again and again, what you will do? While true logic you will apply. So second version of this thing is, this is one record is inserting at a time. If you want to insert continuously, you already know that record students, 2.py 2.py will copy this program as it is, and I can write it. So here I wrote it 2.py to make it very interactive approach. After finishing that, one record is getting inserted, one record is getting inserted. Then after finishing this entire stuff, you are supposed to get it. What is the next one? CH is equal to input of, do you want to do you want to insert do you want to insert another record? Do you want to insert another record? We are saying S by no. S by no. If you say, if ch dot what lower off, if ch dot lower off is equal to what? No. If we say no, so what we will do? Print off. I'll say thanks for using this program. Thanks for using this program. I'll say something simply. I will say break. So and break to be used only inside the loop only. I will try to write it here. While true, I will say true. I am saying that, and try to have one type of tab. Try to have one type of tab. I hope you are following me. And moreover, students, when they enter anything wrong for what employee number and wrong for employee salary, I need to go for one exception will come. What is that exception? Value error. If you know that, I think you can handle it. Except value error. Why value error I am writing? If anything they enter wrong value for number, wrong value for name, I will go for enter. Hmm. Don't enter, don't enter ALNUMs, STRs, and symbols for what is that? EMP, NO, and what? EMP sal. EMP sal. So try again. You need to say try again. Try again. I will be showing this message. So I hope that you are following me. Moreover, students, once one record is inserted, I'm going to tell you one important thing. This is a Python program. Your query will be going to the database level. The Oracle database will insert the record, and in the RE, in the cursor object, it will keep one result. What is that result? One row created. I said already now. Once a DML operation is executed, one integer result will be the result which is going to come. The cursor will bring one row created as a result status, it will bring to the Python program. In the Python program, cursor is going to contain what? One record created or one row created. How do you get this value 1 from this place? For getting the value from the cursor object, in cursor object there is an attribute called what? CUR dot row count. CUR dot row count. This is an attribute present in the cursor object. Like a complex object contains real and imaginary, cursor object contains the attribute called what? Row count. Row count will give you the number of records updated. This I will use it today. Row count is one of the attribute present in cursor object. So like a complex object A is equal to 2 plus 3 day, A dot real, A dot imag. Like that, I will say, here I am writing one record. I will write it over there. Dot format of CUR dot row count. I am going to use it. Row count is one of the attribute present into cursor. That value will be substituted in this place. That is called, you are getting one record inserted successfully. You will get it. I think you are getting me. So let us run this code now. Much interactive program it is prepared and handled one extra exception also. Try to run this now. So let us make it. Number is called something like 55 and the value is called what, some student names I will enter. So Avinash. So salary is called some 2.5 and next is called some HCL. So I wrote it here. One record inserted. The number one you see, number is called this value called what 1. How this is coming? Because of what? CUR dot row count. Because only one record is getting inserted here. But to insert multiple records, I am using this logic. Say yes once again. What is happening? Employee number, something like 45. ABC I am entering immediately. Here exception is coming. Don't enter AL, NAMs, STRs and special symbol for what? Employee numbers and salary. Now I am entering 45 and say some more name here. Some more name I will enter. So something like Krishna. Naka Krishna. So I'm going to take it Naka Krishna. Salary is called some 3.4. Now I'm saying something like TCS. So I entered like that. One more record is inserted. I got it. Say one more thing called S. Employee number is called something like 65. Say something like something like SS. You say salary is called what 3.6 ABC. You say you will be getting what? Don't enter the exception is coming again. Okay. Now you say 65, say 65, say SS. Now say the salary called what 4.5 and say something like something like PayPal you say. So something like PayPal. So here I'm writing like this. So it is getting inserted. I say no here. It is getting stopped. So go to the database level and say the number of records which are inserted. We are getting this data is getting inserted. I think you are following me how to insert the records. This is called a much interactive program for inserting the records. Very, very important examples. Inserting one record at a time, inserting group of records with a while true and then using format specifiers. Now I would like to go for what? Next, deleting the record. I want to go for it. What is this? Insert. Next, I want to go for what? Deleting. So, online students, I hope this example is clear. Is this example is clear? So, Usha is asking, sir, can we roll back in this program? See, mom, in this program, by default, it is a rollback only. Beginning only, I showed you. Once we insert the record, it is not getting inserted because we did not commit. Did not commit is nothing but rollback only. Not inserted means not performing any insertion. So we cannot do. Before insertion only, you have to think about it. Is it necessary to roll back or necessary to commit? If I don't commit, it is indirectly called what? Not at all inserting. Not at all inserting. Okay. Right. Right down. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will write a Python program which will which will delete a record which will delete a record from employee table, which will delete a record from employee table, which will delete a record from employee table based on employee number, based on employee number, which will delete a record from employee table based on employee number. So let us go to the record delete. Look at students. Oracle, Oracle, delete, Oracle, record delete. Record delete example 1.p1. P1. Simple. Don't take much time. Simple. Program for deleting the record from which table? Employee table. Deleting the record from employee table. So what I'm going to take up now? I'm going to take up DEF import. What I'm doing there? Oracle DB as ORC, as ORC, DEF. What is this now? Delete record of like this. Going to write it, try and accept everything. I will write same. I'm going to get it. I'll take this entire thing once, and instead of writing again the same story, I will hope that you will follow me. So here, up to this, everything is same. Up to here, it is everything is same, right? Delete. Getting the connection same. Cursor is same. Now next is called what? Deleting the query. So for the deleting the query, what you will do? Read employee number from where? Keyboard. Read employee number from where? Keyboard. Come on. EMP number is equal to int of input of enter employee number. Int employee number. We are going to take it. Employee number. We are getting it employee number. That employee number I will use it for deleting the record. How do you do that now? Directly I will say cursor dot execute. Come on, faster. Delete from. Directly I am writing the query. Employee where ENO is equal to. Compulsory you need to use the correct column name. Correct column name you need to use it. ENO is equal to percentage D. I need to write the space percent of what? EMPNO. Delete from employee where ENO is equal to percentage D. Percent of EMPNO you need to write it. Directly I wrote it. Earlier how I used to write it? Delete query is equal to, we used to write a delete query is equal to like this we used to write it. So instead of writing separate line and doing that, we will directly write it now. We can directly write it or not. We can write it. After deleting, we will say, after that we can say, what is that? If you want, we can say, what is that if you want? Do you want to delete the record permanently? Yes or no? If we say yes, we will say commit. If we say no, we never do anything else. Are you following? That is the simplest logics. So I'm going to do what, connection dot what? Commit. Connection dot commit. How do you know that record is deleted or not? Go to once here. Suppose delete from employee, where ENO is equal to 12. 12. There is no number called 12 here. There is no employee number called 12 here. So obviously it is going to say what? 0 rows deleted. You will get it. So 0 row deleted. If any row is deleted, if any record is deleted, that number will come. 1 row deleted, you will get it. Are you following me? Suppose I want to delete those employees whose salary is more than 4 lakhs, for example. Delete that where their salary is more than what? 4.0. 4.0. Here 4.0, first record removed, second record removed, third record removed, fourth record removed. Like that, some number of records are removed. How many are removed? 1, 2, 3, and then 4. 4 records removed. See that 4 rows deleted. That 4, 0, etc. are called what? Outcome from delete. Once it is equal to 0, record not deleted. Once greater than 0, record is deleted. If we say select star from, that 4 rows are deleted. So to get those records back, we will use what? Rollback. So we need to go for saying once again like this, it is available. So I'm writing the statement here, committing here. There I'm going to write it. If, come on, how do you take it? COR dot row count greater than 0. Greater than 0 means 1, 2, 3, something like that. What I can say? Print. What is this now? Record deleted, and deleted successfully, and dot format of, what is this now? COR dot row count. Now I'm going to take up, else I can say here, print of what? I can say record does not exist. Record does not exist. When the record does not exist, you will get it. Row count is 0. 0 greater than 0 is called false. Coming to else part, it is getting done. So this part you try to remove it. I hope you are understanding, students. So this is about which type of statement, how to delete the record. Any type of number entered something wrong. What is happening? Of course, this is understandable. Huh? So here I am going to write it. So main program I am going to write it. In the main program I am going to say delete record. Try to run this now. Try to run once. You are going to get it. Enter the employee number 12. 12 is not there actually. 12 is not there. What is happening? The record does not exist. You remove one record. So I'll remove the record of 35. I will remove. See that here we have 10 records. 10 records are there. Now I'm going to remove this record 35. Run this code. Now I'm entering 35. 35 I am entering. What is happening? One record deleted successfully. You execute it. This is not there. Only 9 are there. 35 gone. Earlier 10 rows was there. Now that is what we are getting it. This is the data which is removed here. 9 rows only available. You enter again. Same value you enter. 35 you enter. So you got it what? Record does not exist. Are you getting me? So this is about the first level of one record is deleted at a time. If you want to delete more than one record with another type of exception, you can write like this also with a while loop and all those things. So this is all you know how to make this second program. So 2.py carry the same thing, carry the same thing. Here I'm going to write it. So try to follow. Here I will write it. What I'm writing? While true. This is a part. You have to practice it so that you will get more knowledge, first of all. Without practicing, if you look at, no taste will come and you can't understand properly also. So after finishing that, now I'm going to take up some line of here giving. There I'm writing ch is equal to. I'll get it from this place. This kind of thing I am going to carry. Delete record example 2. This code I will write it. Do you want to delete another record? Do you want to delete another record? If say like this, it is breaking. And one more thing I will write it. As we mentioned it, value error, I can take one more kind of value error here. Delete example 2. Here we are mentioning it. Take this example, except. So value error here. There I will write it. Don't enter ALNUM symbols for what employee numbers and try again. Some message you are giving it, and that will be continued while you have written it. Try to run this code again. So here, try to run. So I'm entering the number called what 25x I'm entering. What is happening? Don't enter ALNUMs for what? Employee number. You say something like what? 10 you enter, 10. I'm entering 10 here, 10. It is recorded, one record deleted successfully. Go to the place and then try to run this. You are going to get it 10 gone. Earlier 9 was there, now it is only 8 rows are there. Now you try to say once again 8, something like this. You write 10, record does not exist. Say once again, say some 35, record does not exist. I say no, it is coming out of it. Are you following me? This is about how to delete the record. How to delete the record. Interactively, we are deleting the record. I hope you are understanding the meaning of what? How to delete the record. With deleting with the condition, you have done it. Next, we'll go for what? Update. Right on. Online students, I hope this is more clear about delete related examples. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will which will which will update which will update employee salary employee salary, and and company name, and company name, and company name, and company name based on based on based on employee number, based on employee number, based on employee number. Right. Now here I am going to enter into the further examples here. Now, Kumar Rajesh, my dear student, second example is that only. At a time, you cannot pass two records at a time. That syntax itself is not sufficient. At a time, two things will not be supported at a time. Employee number 10, 20, 30, 40, that type of syntax is not available. To delete multiple records, I went for this type of syntax only. This type of programmatic approach only we used it. Okay now. So to delete one record, we'll go for like this. To delete multiple records consecutively, we go for that. We don't have any syntax to delete multiple records like delete from employee number, where employee number is equal to 10, 20, 30. That syntax is not available. So shall we go for that example? Right. Look at that. I'll go to this now. Enter into this place. So here I'm writing Oracle record update example1.py. This example directly I will write it. So here I am going to write it program for updating employee salary, employee sal, and then what? Company name based on what? Employee number, based on employee number, where I am going to write it. Take an example of update. Better to go for directly taking this code. I will take it. Students, try to follow this now. I'm going to take up this part. I'm going to take up here. I'm going to write it update. Here I'm trying to write it very easy, not a difficult. There I'm writing record update. So orc dot import Oracle DB as orc connection same. Read employee values from keyboard for updation. Enter employee number for updating sal and company name. Company name. So how do you take that? Employee name not necessary. Employee salary I am taking. Enter employee new salary. Enter employee new company name. Two things are there for updating. There I am going to write it. I will go for updating it. I am going to update this data. How do you update it? Update table name employee, update employee, set what I am going to update. Sal is equal to, while I am writing the column query name, I need to mention this column name properly. Sal is equal to percentage F, I will write it. Percentage F, I will write it. Next comma I will write it. COMP name is equal to single quote percentage S, I will write it. Where I will write it, ENO is equal to percentage D. Percentage D. What is the percentage D here? Employee number. There I need to write it. Percent of, what is that now? EMP. First, what is that? Sal. EMP sal. Okay. Next is called what, C name here, and EMP and now. These are the three things. So first one is for this one, and the second one is for company name, and this is for this percentage D. And execute the query. Of course, this is called update query, pass it update query here, update query here, commit it, and one record updated successfully. Row count you are taking. If it doesn't exist, if it is not existing, you can say one message here. One record updated successfully. If you want, you can say the message. Like what you can say if you want. If cur dot row count greater than 0, greater than 0, record inserted. Else you can say, else you can say print off, we can say record does not exist. Record does not exist. You'll get like this. Row count greater than 0. So here after committing, so cursor dot row count greater than 0. What is the problem there? After that, count is greater than 0. cur dot row count greater than 0. Updated. Do you want to update another record? Directly I'm writing here itself. Do you want to update another record? Yes or no, we will say. Okay. And go to this place, record update, record update, record update. So I will take care of that. Try to run this code and see this now. Enter employee number for updating employee number. Let us look into that. I'll go for TR 20 TR numpy. I'll go for 20. That number I will enter, and 13.5 I will enter. What is the number there? 20. 20. Some 13.45. Say next is called a company name. So something like Microsoft. So I'm writing here Microsoft. So this is going to give you cursor object has no object. Did you mean row count? So there is something called what? Mistake in the spelling part. So what is that? Counter. Why you are not saying that? COUNT. COUNT. So try to run. So 20 here. So there is a new salary called some 13.45. So Microsoft. Say that one record updated successfully. Go to that place and then check it out. You got it. 13.45 Microsoft. Earlier 3.5 it is updated as something like this. I hope you are following me. This is related to what? Updating one thing. Go for one more thing you want to update. Yes, you go for one more updation. Go for something like 30, 30, 30. Say something like, 12.45. Say something like IBM. So here, one record updated. Check it out. That is getting updated here. Updated now. You enter something, as you say, some 35 you say, something like, 4.5. And TCS I'm saying, which is not there. Record does not exist. And if I say no, it is coming out of that. This is for what? Updating the record. Most useful, important examples here. Are you following me? This is go to the database level. So we see that number of records are getting updated. Whichever data you are updating, enter that and getting done here. This is related to updated. These are related to what statement, students? DML related queries we can call. I think students, we are understanding how to go for DML statements here. Able to follow? Next up, we go for next how to read the data. How to read the data from the keyboard. That is the another how to read the data from the table. How do you read the data from the table? Generally here, students, by using what? Select. So when you come to our table, table creation completed, table creation completed, table operations. This is comes under physical level. Inside the table, record insertion over, record deletion over, record updation is over. This is called a logical level. That is called a conceptual level. Now I want to go for table records want to read. table records want to read. How to read the records from the table? That is our next goal. Next, for that, we are using DRL queries. What is that? DRL queries. For that, we use select. Select is called one of the SQL query to read the records from the table. Are you following me? How do you read that? We are having DESC employee. These are my columns of the table. These are the columns of the table. Earlier, when you look at this data in a file, all the students in online, when you look at this, when you take this data in the file, it is very complicated to remove this value called this one. Why? Because you need to locate the index of that. Index. Indexing locating in the file is very complicated because you have to count each and every space with index and all. So processing the data inside the file is very complicated, but you can locate this data very easily because it is containing what? Column names. So how do you read the data? To read the data, any column name, we are using select query. Select of, say the column name, column name, column name or column names separated by comma. From where table name you can write it. Table name you can write it. So how do you write it? What is the column name I want? EMPNO. ENO. From which table? Employee. You can get only employee numbers. How easy it is. If it is a normal Python code, it takes a lot of time. Only employee number. I want to get employee name also. How do I get it? ENO, comma, name. Name. From which table? Employee table. So I'll get employee number and employee name. Employee number and employee name. I want to get salary also. So for that I will take it ENO comma name comma sal. Sal from which table? Employee table. So if I want to get all the columns, no need to write employee number, employee name, salary and etc. Simply you can say select star from. You can say star indicates what? All columns values of the table. All the values will be coming. Are you following me? So selecting a particular column, selecting all the columns without any kind of condition. I want to go for select name, comma, company name from employee whose salary, where sal greater than 4.0, 4.0, 4 lakhs above, who is having name of the person and company name of the person. These people are having more than 4 lakhs. Who are the people having less than 4 lakhs? I want to get it. Less than 4 lakhs are the rest of the people. I think you are following me. So you can get it. You can read the records from the table without any kind of condition. With the condition also, you can go for it. So you can write it. You can write it. Instead of writing column names, you can write star even. Star. You can get it. Less than 4 lakhs. More than 4 lakhs. You can get it. More than 4 lakhs. Some of the all the column names are coming. So as far as select is concerned, you can go for what? If you want, you can get it. Complete records without condition. Complete records with condition. So go to the DRL statements now. Easy. Now read out that carefully. DRL. DRL queries are used for reading the records from the table. To read the records from the table, we use a select. In other words, select comes under DRL query. Syntax 1. Select column 1, column 2, column n from table name. Select column 1, column 2, column n from where? Table name, where condition list. This is called what? Selecting the column names without condition, with condition. Next is what? Select star from table name and select star with a condition list. So one is a star approach, one more is with a column names approach. Total columns, total records, total columns with the condition. Here also star approach without condition, star approach with a condition. These are all related to not Python related topic. These are related to Oracle related, SQL related. I'm helping you in indirectly. So how you are going to deal with that? That part I will explain in the next class. I'll explain. Even if I start, I may not be able to complete. Tomorrow class when I come back, I will talk about that select statement. Select statement. After that, I will tell you about how to get the column names also during my processing. How to get the column names. Metadata also I will tell you. And immediately I'll show you how to connect to MySQL also. Because you learned Oracle from the last four classes onwards. And at the next, immediately after doing that DRL statement, I'll tell you how a Python program can communicate with MySQL also I will do it. Only module I will change it. Rest of the code will be same. Only module I will change. Connection coding I am going to change it. The rest of them are going to be changing. Are you able to follow? So that part you don't miss it. We'll go for further. So Ranjan Patra. Are we going to learn how to Oracle package or procedure? See, my dear student, I'm not going to tell about Oracle related course here. I'm not going to tell Oracle related triggers, cursors that are all going to be through execute only we are going to do it. I'm not going to tell Oracle related course here. Triggers, Oracle, all those things I'm not going to tell. You need to learn the Python by yourself. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Ranjan Patra. We are saying that execute through what? Execute query only. This is the execute query only. I'm also saying the same thing. So execute that you pass that procedure name or trigger name or cursor name, whatever you like it. So that part you can take care of it. So I'm not talking about a Oracle related complete triggers, all those things I'm not going to, because it's related to completely Oracle related. I think you are following me. Right. Tomorrow don't miss it. And I'm going to take about DRL related queries execution. I'm going to deal with it. How to process it and everything, I'll explain it. Okay. Thank you. Carry on. Don't miss tomorrow class. Online students, if any doubts are there, you hold on. I will discuss with you.